8 million rands and 750,000 rands. That's what 4 luxury cars, a Lamborghini and 3 Porsches owned by fraud accused Hamilton Ndlovu fetched at the auction in Johannesburg. Ndlovu is accused of unlawfully getting tenders and for personal protective equipment from the National Health Laboratories Services worth 172 million at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Ntokozo Khumalo was at the auction and filed this report.
At the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, tenderpreneur Hamilton Ndlovu took to social media to show off a fleet of multi-million rand cars he bought for his family. This after he bagged tenders worth 172 million rand during the COVID-19 pandemic. This raised eyebrows and led to the Special Investigation Unit as well as the South African Revenue Service launching investigations. The findings: the contracts were acquired illegally. On Wednesday, Clive Lazarus, the auctioneer and director at Park Village Auctions in Johannesburg, worked frantically as the bidding for a yellow Lamborghini previously owned by the fraud-accused Ndlovu heated up. 2 years after sitting on the auction lot, 4 luxury cars went under the hammer in Johannesburg after the Revenue Service gave the green light. A 2020 Porsche Cayenne S raked in 1.2 million rand, while one bidder put down 1.3 million rand for a 2019 Porsche Panamera GTS. The crowd puller of the day was the 2019 Lamborghini, which sold for 4.3 million rand. The 4 cars bought in a total of 8.75 million rand, close to 2 million rand more than the state had hoped to recover.
There's obviously a very niche market for these vehicles, and you don't see them around every day. The Porsches you may see on the road, I challenge you to find one of these on the way home. It's not a lot that are around, so I think that's what brings the value. And indeed, with a record-breaking attendance online for Park Village Auctions, it certainly has it's done well for the sale of the vehicle.
The government has been working on recouping some of the 172 million rand awarded to Ndlovu. Bank accounts worth a total of 42 million rand belonging to some of Ndlovu's companies have been frozen, while his mansion in Bryanston was also auctioned last year. The Wednesday auction brings the total assets recovered by the state so far to just over 57 million rand. Now that the auction is done, Fanikak says that getting final approvals is the next step.
The next step is we submit the results to the curator for approval. They were all sold subject to confirmation, as we mentioned. It needs to go to the curator. He then may go to SARS. There are various steps in the process that need for approval for the selling of the vehicles. The prices realized were good, so I'm expecting that they will be. And then we'll expect payment from the buyers, and we will collect those funds, release the vehicles to them, and then we pay over to the curator.
The auction was held nationally and took place via webcast for buyers in Gqeberha, Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. Van Niekerk somberly points out that while Ndlovu's assets garnered great public and bidding interest with over 600 bids coming in, the multi-million rand cars were sitting in the middle of a lot filled with repossessed cars from thousands of cash-strapped South Africans.
A nice example of a big vehicle, but a stark reality is that there's a lot of small, hard-working people vehicles that are here that are also going on sale today.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.